The Survey Corps have always been a fascinating mashup of some incredibly powerful individuals. We have humanity's strongest soldier, Captain Levi. We have Erwin Smith, who used to be the brain of the Survey Corps. He was a man with a dream, the devil humanity needed. And then, we also have the person who succeeded Erwin as the 14th commander of the Survey Corps, Hange Zoe. She is what you can call a genius.
さてといい子だからここじゃこの間みたいに
Now guys, as anyone who's ever looked into the specifics of each character in Attack on Titan, you may already know that Isayama has left Hanji's gender unspecified. Apparently, it's up to the viewers to interpret Hanji's gender the way they want. It seems a little like the Schrödinger's cat, but it's not. Almost all of us fans claim that Hanji is a woman. So even though Isayama may have left this up for discussion, it's pretty obvious that our girl Hanji happens to be a fine young lady. I mean, was there ever any doubt? I, for one, have never doubted her being a woman, for even an instant, and that's why I'll keep using the pronoun she for the rest of the video. Alright, with that said, let's talk a little bit about Hanji and what makes her character so intriguing. To start things off, Hanji has always been very interesting. While most of the characters, and by most, I mean all of them, hated Titans or just couldn't care less about them, she alone shows a distinct amount of affection towards the Titans. And this made the other soldiers see how Titans may not be as black and white as they seem to be. So how did Hanji end up falling for the Titans? At some point, she must have also been disgusted, terrified, and angry at the Titans. Unfortunately, we never got to see her backstory, and even if you only consider the anime, the story is so far in that it's impossible for Hanji's backstory to get revealed. Anyway, the way Hanji's interest in Titans came to surface was quite simple. She hated the Titans, so she just kicked the head of a 3-meter Titan out of hate, only to discover the Titans are extremely light. This fact alone was eye-opening for Hanji. She began to see the Titans in a totally different light, and at some point she even developed some sort of affection towards them. This ultimately resulted in her profound research on Titans, which paved the way for a lot of things to make sense. She is a genuinely kind and caring person, just like Captain Levi. I wanted to add Commander Erwin too, but that guy has always been too complex of a guy to understand. I did a whole video on him, by the way. Check it out if you're interested. The link will be in the description box below. Now, take this for example. When it finally comes into view that the Titans are actually humans, Hanji was gravely sorry to announce the sad news, which isn't the usual case. Normally, she is overjoyed and ecstatic. She appears to be larger than life. Erwin, on the other hand, was smiling, now that he has come a step closer to the truth. Now, I'm not trying to say Erwin's way of doing things was wrong. I am just portraying the diversity and complexity of two people who once held the same rank in the Survey Corps. But both were commanders, and both sought out the truth. It's just that Erwin's level of resolve was an exception itself. When Hanji first appears in the anime, she is shown to be a crazy, eccentric Titan otaku. She showed an insane amount of curiosity towards Eren, while most of the other Survey Corps were having trouble seeing him as a human. On one of the nights after Eren joined the Survey Corps, Hanji talked about Titans for the entire duration of that night, never stopping for even an instant. Eren was pretty much done by the time she stopped. But that just shows her thirst for learning more about the Titans. What are the Titans? Why are they so light? And how did they suddenly appear 100 years ago out of nowhere? Seeking answers to these questions, all the while having fun, she resembles the picture of an eccentric scientist, and honestly, calling her that doesn't seem too bad, does it? It's like this. When she is first introduced, she's a crazy Titan otaku, but as the series progresses, we gradually begin to see Hanji in a new light. She is a beast when it comes to raw intelligence. She genuinely cares about her comrades, and she relentlessly devotes her heart to the freedom of mankind. The comrades who died without even knowing that humanity existed outside the walls, for the sake of those dead comrades, for humanity's sake, she always continues to devote her heart as a soldier. Her speech to Nick and how she reacted after he was tortured to death. I'd say those were the moments when the Attack on Titan fandom really started to notice Hanji. It's been said that when she joined the Scouts, Hanji was a bit like young Eren. She hated the Titans and wanted them all dead. But as we all know, she eventually became fond of them. The way she reacted to the deaths of Sunny and Bean was very real. She genuinely felt sad at the deaths of two Titans. Though this part about her being crazy for the Titans was kind of exaggerated in the anime, in the manga, she is more of a well-rounded person, but she still harbors some strange kind of affection towards them. Before long, we knew Hange wasn't just there for comedic relief. She was an integral component to the story, a character with personality, and a person whose scientific research added substantial value to what the Survey Corps could do. Eventually, Erwin named her his successor, and yet in the 10th episode of the season 4, we see how Hange was treated by Eren. She is unsure, full of doubts, and even claims that Erwin was wrong to make her his successor. And honestly, even if she says so, I can't help but wonder if Hange isn't the right fit for the 14th commander of the Survey Corps, because if it's not her, then who is? Armin lacks the charisma of a leader, and his rational thinking takes time. Hange, on the other hand, was able to deal with the volunteers, devise a plan to sneak into Marley, and lead the scouts to victory in the Marley arc. Still, her eccentric personality may mesh well with her devotion as a soldier. She still lacks the indomitable conviction of Erwin Smith. Now guys, I am about to go into the details from the manga. There'll be some colossal spoilers, so don't continue unless you've read up to chapter 132. As the Survey Corps and the Marleyan warriors are working together to somehow stop the ongoing threat of the rumbling, the Colossal Titans are right behind them, and the plane has yet to take off. At this rate, all of them will die for nothing. But just then, just like how Erwin used himself to somehow stop all of the scouts from getting wiped out by the Beast Titan, Hange decides to go herself. In front of all those millions of Colossal Titans, she plans on going by herself, just so she can buy enough time for everyone to survive. Of course, she encounters Levi and tells him not to stop her. She wants to go out with a bang. Levi instantly realized what that meant to her, so he tells her to devote her heart. Now you don't need me to tell you how sad this moment was. Levi just keeps losing people precious to him, and the man can't help but accept it all. Be that as it may, she goes after the Colossal Titans with just her ODM gear, and in an instant she kills one of them, and then another. She kills 2 random Colossal Titans just like that. However, the insane amount of heat from the Colossal Titans were too much. Hange dies. And we see her in front of her old comrades, telling them how hard it is to be a commander, and about that idiot Eren too. She speaks as she stands up in front of them. That's right, the 14th commander of the Survey Corps, Hange Zoe, died like a warrior. She was facing Colossal Titans till her last breath. She died as a hero. These are my thoughts on Hange Zoe. I'm sure you guys have a lot to say about her too, so feel free to share your thoughts down in the comment section down below. Also, don't forget to click that like and subscribe button, it is always appreciated. With that said, I'll see you guys in my next video. Thanks for watching.